Have you ever noticed that there are certain colors you just avoid? You don't even try them on. You scroll past them. You say, that's not for me. But have you ever asked yourself why? Color is not just aesthetic. It's psychological. It's emotional. It's memory. When you avoid a color consistently, it usually has very little to do with fashion rules, and a lot to do with identity. Colors carry associations. Your brain links them to experiences, emotions, and even versions of yourself. Maybe you wore red during a time when you felt exposed. Maybe yellow reminds you of being teased. Maybe pink feels too much, too visible, too vulnerable. The brain is associative. It doesn't separate fabric from feeling. So when you say, I don't do bright colors, sometimes what you're really saying is, I don't want attention. Or, I don't feel safe standing out. There's also the role of personality adaptation. If you grew up being praised for being quiet, calm, low maintenance, you may unconsciously gravitate toward neutral tones, beige, gray, black. These colors signal subtlety. They don't demand space. But if, at some point, expressing yourself boldly was criticized, you're too loud, you're too dramatic, that's too flashy. Your brain may have learned that bright colors equal risk. Avoidance is protection. Another layer is body image. Certain colors draw attention to shape and movement. Red, white, neon shades. They amplify visibility. If someone feels uncomfortable in their body, they may choose darker or muted tones to reduce contrast and definition. Black, for example, is often described as slimming, but psychologically, it also creates a visual boundary. It absorbs light. It minimizes. It can feel like control. But color avoidance isn't always about hiding. Sometimes it's about identity freeze. You may still be dressing in the color palette of a past version of yourself. The corporate version. The college version. The relationship version. Even when your personality has evolved, your closet hasn't. Trying a new color can feel destabilizing, because color communicates who you are before you speak. And change, even small aesthetic change, can feel uncomfortable. There's also the nervous system aspect. Bright colors stimulate. They activate visual pathways more intensely. If you are already anxious or overstimulated, you may instinctively prefer softer, muted tones because they feel calming. Your body may be choosing regulation. On the other hand, if you're feeling emotionally flat or disconnected, you might suddenly crave bold colors. That's your brain looking for stimulation.
So, color choices are rarely random. They are emotional feedback. But here's the important question. Are you avoiding certain colors because you genuinely don't like them, or because you're afraid of what they represent? For some women, wearing red feels powerful. For others, it feels exposing. For some, pink feels playful. For others, it feels infantilizing. Your relationship with color often mirrors your relationship with visibility. If you avoid bright colors because you don't want to be seen, that's worth noticing, not judging, just noticing. Because when you consistently shrink your palette, you might also be shrinking expression. This doesn't mean you need to suddenly wear neon. Healing isn't about forcing yourself into discomfort. What would happen if you tried that color in a small way? A scarf, a nail polish, a bag, a subtle detail. Not to impress anyone, just to observe how you feel. Does it feel wrong or does it feel unfamiliar? There's a difference. Sometimes the colors we avoid are connected to parts of ourselves we haven't fully accepted yet. Boldness, softness, femininity, power, playfulness. Your closet can become a mirror of emotional boundaries, and expanding your palette can quietly expand your identity. So the next time you say, that color isn't for me, pause for a moment, ask yourself, is it really not for me? Or have I just never given myself permission? Because fashion is not just about trends, it's about emotional language, and color is one of its most powerful dialects. If this made you reflect on your own wardrobe, subscribe and be part of this space. We're building a community of women who understand that fashion is more than appearance. It's emotion, identity, and healing.